Joddi in this motherfucker. TMG in this motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. I try to tell him, man. Yeah, yeah. Love. You can hate me if you wanna, but you be hating on a brother that was born in the streets. And you can hate me if you wanna, but that ain't stopping my progression. I continue to do me. But you can hate me if you wanna, but there's a difference between fake and loyalty that's them in me. And you can hate me if you wanna, I'm one of the realest, keep 100 on my skin until the death of me. Yeah, yeah. I've seen some wild ass shit in the time that I done lived. To an alcoholic junkie, feed the monkey, sucking dick. Single mother left the father in the pen, now raising kids. Another youngster, bad choices, flipping bricks up in the glitch. Now you gotta watch your back for your stacks and stendo clips. 9mm when you packing heaters in your hip. And I'm spitting so much heat, give these listeners a fever. Taking over the whole game, conquer hip-hop like a Caesar. Conceited in demeanor, little arrogant and eager. Mostly humble, full of hustle, born warrior and a leader. Been a student and a teacher, still a sinner. Met some preachers, there's a difference. I am neither, as faith is for believers, redemption for deceivers. Life is full of love and cheaters. It's a cold-ass world, tell your bro to fucking leave her. Need a breather, grab a leader, let him have her. You don't need her, moving on is a must. It's a game of fun. Need a breather, grab a leader, let him have her. You don't need her, moving on is a must. It's a game of finders, keepers. You can hate me if you wanna, but you be hating on a brother that was born in the streets. And you can hate me if you wanna, but that ain't stopping my progression. I continue to do me. But you can hate me if you wanna, but there's a difference between fake and loyalty that's them in me. And you can hate me if you wanna, I'm one of the realest, keep 100 on my skin until the death of me. Joddi. 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 I'm out here living, trying to get it, taking what is old. Why you doing that, believing everything you told? I am me, yes, and that is all I am. Wanna make the creator laugh, tell them about your plans, yeah. I got my team out here fucking with me, fucking with me. Pop, 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 pop it if you fucking with me, fucking with me. Shot, shot, shots if you fucking with me, fucking with me. Spark, 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 spark it if you fucking with me. Turn me up if you fucking with me. We're raising up if you fucking with me. It's easy to death if you fucking with me. TMG if you fucking with me.
What up, and welcome to Indigenous Output. I got my man B-Rob in studio.
Yo, what's up?
And I am Louis Snyder. And this is the video podcast, live video podcast. Tonight we have Sten Joddi, whose video you just seen for Hate Me If You Wanna. He's going to come on the show.
And you're saying he was a NAMI Award winner?
Yeah, he's 2018 or 2017 NAMI Award winner. He won for Best Hip Hop Album.
Nice.
And then, and that was for his album, The Seventh Generation Prophecy.
Okay.
So we're gonna ask him about that because I play a lot of that, a lot of those songs on my FM show.
Now, has he like been in the game long, or was that like his debut album? Or
no, he's been in it for like a few years now.
Yeah, I say because I was just telling you, like he's new to me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely been in the game for ever since I started doing this, like probably 5 years, I'd say.
Okay.
But I had to ask him about it, definitely.
Yeah.
See how long he's been in the game. He won the NAMI for 2017, and 2018 he was nominated for the Indigenous Music Awards, which is like Canada's award.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him call in a little bit. I talked to him before on my old show, The Lab.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of know a little bit about him. He like does a lot of work for like the youth, kids and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so we're gonna ask him about that. And he's got a new album out, Concrete Warrior 2. So we're gonna talk to him about that too. I'm gonna play a song right now from that while I get him on the phone. So I'm gonna play a song from Concrete Warrior 2. Out now, SoundCloud or iTunes,
All right.
Google, whatever. You can find all his music on there. He's got like a lot of music out.
Yeah, I'm definitely got to research him and check it out.
All right, here it is. This one is called We Out Here, featuring Mr. Ammo.
We out here, we out here. 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 We out here. Killing these rappers that ain't with the team. TMG, that's the regime. We living this shit that you think is a dream. Doing this shit that you never believed. We make a move, no trips though. Tie your shoes, no slip toe. Blowing that medicinal, leave these haters looking so fickle. Yeah, hustle, we flipping, we chopping the record like coke. Shit is so lit, it's like propane. Stay golden, now pony boy, Johnny with Dally and Dally a shooter. Smoking that East 1999, both thugs in harmony, killer straight Buddha. Now gangsters don't need their respect, yeah. Lawyers don't need in their checks, yeah. Stunting these boys, they will flex, yeah. Got a thought for thought, give a sex, yeah. The plan is strategic, this shit is not random. I kidnap the game and I hold it for ransom. Floating like drones, I fill up with calls. All of your speakers and all of your phones. Saving that money like Geico. 6 rings like Michael. Billie Jean like Michael. Heavyweight like Tyson. Boy, we come from the west. We come from the east. Come from the block. We come from the street. We come from the north. We come from the south. We come from the bottom. Now look the fuck out. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We grittin', we grindin', we out here. We grittin', we grindin', we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here.
I walked off the porch to the yacht. You see how I came from the block. My game is on. And non-stop. Niggas don't know what I got. Niggas don't know what I got. You see that my name going choppers. Bloody Blood told you I got it.
We out here, we out here. 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 We out here. Killing these rappers that ain't with the team. TMG, that's the regime. We living this shit that you think is a dream. Doing this shit that you never believed. We make a move, no trips though. Tie your shoes, no slip toe. Blowing that medicinal, leave these haters looking so fickle. Yeah, hustle, we flipping, we chopping the record like coke. Shit is so lit, it's like propane. Stay golden, now pony boy Johnny with Dally and Dally a shooter. Smoking that East 1999, both thugs in harmony, killer straight Buddha. Now gangsters don't need they respect, yeah. Lawyers don't need in they checks, yeah. Stunting these boys, they will flex, yeah. Got a thought for thought, give a sex, yeah. The plan is strategic, this shit is not random. I kidnap the game and I hold it for ransom. Floating like drones, I fill up with calls. All of your speakers and all of your phones. Saving that money like Geico. 6 rings like Michael. Billie Jean like Michael. Heavyweight like Tyson, boy. We come from the west. We come from the east. We come from the block. We come from the street. We come from the north. We come from the south. We come from the bottom. Now look the fuck out. Y'all here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here. We grittin', we grind when we out here. We grind when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here.
I walked off the porch to the yacht. You see how I came from the block. My game is on. And non-stop. Niggas don't know what I got. Niggas don't know what I got. You see that my name going choppers. Bloody blood told you I got it. We out here. I've been doing this. It's a shouty. Watch them, keep your eyes on them. Straight from the bottom, still eating bologna. To all my OGs, drinking 40s. To all my OGs in their 40s. Shout out to that bitch with a big booty. I'm moving around like what's poppin'. Getting to the money is the only option. We out here, the only topic. I shit on my problems, not looking back on it. Now looking back on it, gotta look at the moments. How I cook it, I am glowing. How I fuck my bitch, be freaky ass moments. I am a king, yeah, I am free balling.
We out here, we out here. We out here, we out here. We grittin', we grind when we out here. We grind when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here.
We out here, we out here. We out here, we out here. We out here.
Yo, what up? We got Sten Joddi on the line. What's up, man? Yo. Let me see if you can hear us. Hello? Yo. Yo. Hello? Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Mic check.
Having some technical difficulties.
Where's he calling in from?
Iowa. Hello? Yeah, he's got a tattoo shop in Iowa, TMG, Tattoo Music.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, can you hear me? Yo.
This ain't you, is it?
No, I don't know if you can. Hey, man, if you can hear me, just call back. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me see. Yo, man. Sten Joddi.
He's the strong and silent type.
I don't know if he can hear me because he's not hanging up. Hey, man, if you can hear me, hang up. Hang up and call back, or I can call you back. I don't know what the deal is. Oh shit. Hello?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, there he is.
What's good?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Just spent like just trying to get this shit to work, man.
Got too many cables on this too.
Hey, what's up though, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Yeah, we just played we played We Out Here. You just dropped that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just played We Out Here featuring Mr. Ammo.
And that was off what was it,
Concrete Warrior 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the dope shit.
Yeah, sounds good, dude.
Yeah, I was saying how you were 2017 NAMI Award winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was actually out here in Seneca Country too. I had to miss the show, but I wish I went this year, man. Are you nominated this year?
I'm hoping, man. They're still doing the nomination process, so I got my album, the singles in there right now. So hopefully, it goes good.
Yeah, I was asking Lewis like how long you been in the hip hop game and how long you been doing it.
Do what now?
How long you been in the game and how long you been working on music?
Oh man, I've been doing music since I was a kid. But as far as being in the studio and putting tracks down and making actual records, I've probably been doing that probably close to 14, 15 years. And so
yeah, man.
It shows in your music, man. It sounds good.
Yeah, definitely professional.
Yeah, man. I've been doing it a long time, and just these last 2 years that I've actually been pushing, and it's actually been, people receiving it, and the fans have been getting bigger and bigger, and views and stuff are going up, and
right.
That's just all organic. I'm not out here paying these fake internet sites to get me fans.
I was gonna mention that too, because like some of your shit's got like 500 views, which is pretty good, considering you're not buying any like fake plays or anything like that.
Right. Like I think my largest video, which is on Joey Styles' page, it's on his YouTube. I think our largest YouTube video is like over 100,000 views. So that's good. And then like my other ones on Facebook, man, they go a lot better than my YouTube presence.
Yeah.
I think just because a lot of people are easier to share it, and the algorithm on Facebook, would rather you be a video on Facebook than you sending them to a different site. So.
Yeah.
I think you definitely
it's all strategic.
Definitely get a lot more like recognition, like with a video too.
Yeah, I played your video for "Hate Me If You Wanna" in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. That's a good one, man. That was a good one. That was like an actual, just a spur of the moment type of fucking video, man. Which it kind of shows, you know what I mean? Like it's just a pop up shit. Just did it real quick, couple of scenes, but it actually is. It's turning out to be one of the better videos, and that's an older song for me, man. Like that's like 3 or 4 years old, but it's new to everybody, so it's dope, man. And just to see it go from just being another track on the album to it being like one of the singles that has like actually put me in people's conversations,
Yeah, man, it's definitely a dope video. It came out nice.
Yeah, man, the cat that filmed it, Beezy the Real, man, he's out of Waterloo. He's a dope rapper too, man, and he's just on his independent grind. And I try to link up with the cats that are on their own thing, doing their own thing, and making moves. How not being held down by some idea of needing a record deal or any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Like doing it independently.
Right. And it's okay to like get help, you know what I mean, and like get sponsorships and get like any of that type of situations, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, man, like these record companies, they make you think that you need them and all this extra stuff, but
yeah.
You can do all this in this day and age. You can do all that by yourself now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I know there's like a dark
It's
history
really-
too with like a lot of the how you say industry artists, like how the labels kind of hold them back in a sense and kind of more or less kind of take everything out from underneath them.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing, because when you're working with a label, man, so like when they're doing that to people, that's because they spent like a year or more like developing you, putting you up in a hotel or buying you or renting you an
Right.
apartment or a house,
Right.
and they're developing you as an artist. They're working with your wardrobe, your image, the songs within inside the studio. You could be recording 100 songs and only they pick one. You know what I mean? So like. It's just a whole process that they used to do back in the day where,
It's like they're investing in
they
you or
would really
something.
take their time on an artist, you know what I'm saying, and really develop a person. But now they really just want you to be internet famous already and already have a following. And, they're just trying to give you those 360 deals where they'll sign you for a single, and then they'll push your single, and they'll sign a $1 million deal for that one single or two singles. And that's all you get paid for it. And whoever signed that deal and put that actual promotion and that marketing to that, them are the ones that's reaping the benefits of the long-term sales of that track or that single, And
I've heard of a 360 deal. What is that like?
So like, it's really just stating the fact that you already have a presence, you already have fans.
Yeah.
That they're just going to exploit that, and that they're going to use what you have already built, and they're going to put money behind it. And if you fail to meet the requirements of said deal, let's say they do a 3-album deal or they do a two single deal, and you could be on that contract until they feel like they're going to get those 2 singles out of you that is going to be worth millions, or they'll shelf you.
Yeah.
And they'll just leave you on the back burner and work with somebody until you got it figured out, or whatever the case may be. But like, all that is you're giving up your image when you do something like that. You're giving up your brand, like you're giving up your identity or whatever you have created on the internet and with your fans. You're actually giving them the permission to sell it and market it and put it on lunch boxes and backpacks and shit. You know what I mean? So like, you just turn into a product. You're not an artist anymore. You're just like, okay, you work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That reminds me. You guys like see those snack chips, and they got like those wrapper snacks, and they had like chips.
Hey, wrap snacks.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Right. Like you got the snacks. Yeah. See, that's the thing,
Yeah.
man. Like, them are the labels and shit. Like, well, I think it was somebody else. It might have been Master P or somebody that brought the idea to the table. But at the end of the day, that's really what you're doing. You're just selling your image to sell product.
I thought it was a gimmick at first, but
right. Whether it be chips or cubic link chains or bling bling and cars and strip clubs and bottles and whatever you want to call it, man. That's what they're selling, with that image and that lifestyle that, they portray that really isn't real,
So, how are you going about it? Like the whole business?
For me, man, it's just, I'm doing everything organically. Like, I'm not like you were just calling, man. I was in the booth doing this remix to this song, and I do it when I want to. I got my kids in the other room. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but they're here. You know what I mean? Like, I just do it organically, man. And when it comes to me, it comes to me. I've stopped really like going after songs as far as like, oh, this is the subject I'm going to do today.
Yeah.
And this is what song that I have to do right here. And I have to talk about this stuff. And like, I've did that before. Don't get me wrong. Like I've done that with a lot of my music, but lately it's just been like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want it to be like, however it comes out, it comes out. I want it to flow like water. I don't want it to be difficult. I want it to be effortless when I start writing, and it just comes out like it's simple, it's easy, it's quick.
Right.
And when it starts to become like I'm wondering what I'm going to write next, or I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say, or I'm trying to be all clever and be all metaphorical, and when I really start overthinking things, that's when I just turn the beat off and I go to a different song, or I just stop it all together and I just don't even listen to that for like 2 or 3 days, and then I try to go back at it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
and that's where I've grown in my music creation process. Like I have so many people wanting to get on a song. Like, hey man, send me a song. Hey man, with anybody. Like, for real. As long as it's, like, down my lane and it sounds dope and I'm digging it, I will fuck with you. But the thing is, it's like, we literally have to come up with an organic song. Like, I don't have, like, thousands of songs in my... I'm not Prince. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, like, thousands of songs in my fucking music bin that I can just send you a track. Like, oh, here you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to literally... like shoot back and forth ideas. If we can't get together physically, like in the same room, then we're going to have to shoot back and forth emails until we start to vibe what we're doing together. And that's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of hard, but it still happens. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, a lot of my friends, you know, a lot of the local cats that I rap with and a lot of the homies that I keep around me, you know, they say the same thing, and I tell them the same thing. They're like, man, let's get on the song. It's like, cool, then you need to get to the studio. We need to link up, and we need to fucking do something organic, like, and we need to make it up on the fly. And so that way it's dope. Like, it's new. It's not something that I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean? And
yeah, man, I totally get that. Like, it's almost like it's more creative when you do it like that, too.
Right. And now that I have like a producer on my side, I've been working with the same producer for like 2.5 years, 3 years now. And like, when I really get into my mode, I like to just have him here and creating a beat while we're just all chilling. And then it just happens. You know what I mean?
So like you could create the beat and the lyrics like at the same time? Like in the same session?
Yeah, same session. Everything all at the same time, man. So like,
that's cool.
That's what I like to do now, and I think I spoiled myself doing that because I find myself not being able to get the motivation unless I'm in that creative setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't even write too much anymore unless I'm in that, unless I put myself in that setting. You know what I mean? And it's like, until I can get that feeling, you know, I guess it's like an addiction, man. It's almost, you know, I mean, writing music is my life, so it's just evolved over the years. And you know, I used to be able to put on any beat. I used to freestyle, battle rap. I used to do all that stuff, and like I don't even freestyle really much anymore. I mean, maybe, but you know, I don't know, not really.
Hop in a cipher. Everybody else.
Right, you know, I don't do much that anymore, you know, I don't know.
Right.
And I feel like that's just the levels that you go through. And until I feel like somebody's like, oh, I'm going to challenge Sten Joddi, you know what I'm saying, on this or that, you know what I'm saying, which I have homies out there that's always telling me, hey, man, come and freestyle with us and stuff. And it's like, I haven't trained myself in a while. And that's literally what you do when you're a battle and a freestyle rapper. Like, you literally every day are training yourself for dope fucking, like, dope bars. Like, you're just memorizing dope bars in your head, like, so you can just pull them out of nowhere and just kill somebody with them. And, like, I don't do that much anymore. I got my kids. I got, like, shit I got to do, my job. I got tattoos and, like, all that extra, like, walking around or sitting on a city bus thinking about rhymes is, like, that shit is old for me right now. But I respect it because that's definitely where I came from. That's definitely what I used to do. And that's, you know, definitely a huge part of hip hop. And like, but I just don't do that much anymore, man. And you know, that's why I stay away from it too, because I do respect it. Like, I'm not going to walk into a battle and know that I'm not prepared. You know what I mean? And this dude is ready to eat me alive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, yeah, man, I mean, that's the way that goes. But, yeah.
Yeah, I like what you're saying about like how you just kind of let it come to you now instead of just sitting there and trying to like force it out of you.
But yeah.
You just kind of more or less like let the lyricism come to you and just kind of like
Yeah, and I try not to like I really try not to have this pre-notion in my head, like this biased idea, like, okay, I gotta please a certain type of people when I'm about to start writing. Like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that all my natives are gonna love this track.
Yeah,
because if they
do
don't,
you.
then all of them are gonna hate me. Or I'm gonna make sure that all my white fans, man, they're gonna like this, and you know, my natives might not really like it or not. And like, I'm tired of worried about all those like little things.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like putting it out there, man, and like, I'm not even worried about like. I'm not even worried no more. Like, either they like it or they don't, man. You can push play or you can skip it. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at.
And like you said, how you maybe put too much thought into it sometimes, and then that kind of puts up the, how you say, the block or the wall, you know, where it kind of puts you
right. And I think when you're forcing it, sometimes, I mean, you can hear it in the track. You know, you can hear it, man. You can you know that this person is struggling with trying to get through the track, or he's forcing it through him, and he isn't being organically, or he's not being like himself on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've really tried to like hone in, just like being myself, having my own tone, like how I'm talking to you right now. Is how I'm approaching a lot of the songs lately, is like not trying to make this pretend voice when the recording button hits.
Yeah.
You know, and just give, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people do that shit.
For
real. You hear me right now, like, it's all good, what's good. And then when the recording button hits, I'm like, yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's up? And shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I just want to be me. Right, and I want it just to sound good. And, I've really been listening to, like, you know, a lot of cats that are underground, and also like a lot of these newer lyricist cats, like J. Cole and Logic and Kendrick Lamar, and like all these lyrical conscious rappers that are out, and like a lot of people will hate on them. You know, oh, we don't want to hear that bullshit. We just want to feel good music. We want to talk about Zans and popping Molly and all this extra shit. But you know, I really like that there's still hip hop artists out there that actually write fucking lyrics and like try to make you think, even if it's like, even if it is a party song, man. Like, you know, Tupac still had party songs, man. He still fucked bitches and did all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's still like, we hate on all these young kids for doing what they're doing, but at the end of the day, like, what if Tupac had a fucking iPhone 10, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would he do with a Snapchat or Instagram? Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
like,
crazy thought, man.
We hate on 6ix9ine, and we hate on all these guys doing this flamboyant ass goofy shit online. Yet, if you rewind, the wildest, craziest fool out there was Tupac doing the wildest shit in front of the TVs, man. So I mean, give him a fucking phone in 2018 and see what Pac would have done. You know, come on, man.
Yeah, for real.
People need to just get off of their high horse, let these kids be rappers, and then do your own thing. If you don't like it, then cool. Like, keep doing what you do. Don't get mad at them for doing what they're doing, because, you know, I don't care what nobody says, man. Like, music is music. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vibe. Like, some people vibe with your stuff, some people don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really love it.
You know, I did used to be a hater. I did used to be a hater on that mumble rap. You know, I did. I was talking shit back in the day when it first started happening. But then again, I had to reevaluate my thought process and go, okay, now why are they doing this, and why is it so popular? You know, and at the end of the day, it's just sound. Yeah. It's just a vibe. It's,
right.
It's just a feeling. You know what I mean? And that's why they like it. I mean, nobody knows what jazz is.
Yeah.
It's just random ass sounds and noises. Even the vocalist doesn't make sense sometimes.
Right.
Like, they don't even say words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's millions of fans that love jazz.
Right.
So, like, you know, again, like, you got to put different perspectives on all this shit, man, just so that way, you know, that's why I re-understand everything a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So, You know, I can't hate on nobody doing music, man.
Hey, man, let me ask you, being urban native, what does that mean?
So an urban native, man, is just it's possible of two different things. So like an urban native is just somebody that is not necessarily raised on the res. Now, he may not be a city native, like from the big city. But he's not from the res,
right?
You know,
right.
And also on top of that, it's you know, to me, an urban native is somebody that was raised in a way that they weren't connected to their culture at first. Slash, you know, then again, there are the ones that still were raised on the res, still connected to their culture, yet they're still urbanized because, you know, they like rap music, or they like McDonald's, or they like Nike shoes, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know, you're not a traditional native that has been cut off from the world. Right. You like TV, you like popcorn, you like microwaves and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's an urban native in my mind. You know, and then on top of that, it could even go a little bit deeper and say, well, an urban native is somebody that likes hip hop and likes the hip hop culture, and you know, the music, the dance, the fashion, all that stuff. You know, that's definitely an urban native as well. But urban natives could mean anything. You could be a cowboy and be an urban native. You could be, you know, a rock and roll guy and be urban. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're definitely sometimes not connected to your roots as far as, you know,
it's kind of like
maybe
modernized.
Possibly now, like me now, like I've learned and I've asked questions over the years. I was raised colonized mind. I wasn't raised around my people. I wasn't raised around my heritage, and I played baseball and I played football, and I thought, you know, that, you know, I was going to be one of those superstar jock guys. And, you know, then I got into the streets and into some hard stuff where football and all that stuff was out the window. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that idea that what you think you have to be. And, you know, again, that's just the mindset of many years of making us not have an identity.
Right.
You know,
absolutely.
We were, you know, we were put in places and put in situations where we were told that we cannot be Indian, we cannot be Native.
Right.
And, you know, my dad, you know, now that I know now, but before I was angry at him for not giving me all, I thought I was robbed and of things. And you know, it's not his fault either, because he's just the subject of the same raising, you know,
right.
And his grandparents, in his grandparents' situation that raised him, you know, they were told, you know, if he comes to school again talking his language, we're going to put him in boarding school. If he comes to school again with long hair and you don't cut his hair, we're going to put him into boarding school. We're going to take your child away from you if you don't make him be, you know, white or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I didn't know all of this until I started asking questions as I'm an older man now. And, you know, now I realize, you know, I can't blame my father. You know, he is a little bit of a product of his environment, yet, you know, we are still all conscious humans, and we make our own choices, of course. But sometimes those choices are kind of already, the snowball has already started for that choice. And it feels like sometimes you can't hold that snowball back. You just got to go with what you know. And, you know, so that's where I'm at on all the urban native and the traditional native and all that, man. It's like, you know, some of us didn't have a choice.
Right.
I feel like I've had res kids come up and tell me, you know, hey, man, I wish I lived in the city like you. I wish I lived in a town like you. You know, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. And I said, look, man, you know, you're sitting here telling me you wish you had this and you wish you had that. You know, I want to look at it in this way and say, hey, man, I wish I had what you had. I wish I had grandparents at home that knew the traditions and knew our language. I wish I had my father asking me right before the weekend, am I coming to ceremony? Do you got your stuff together? Are you guys ready to go to ceremony this weekend? Are you ready to go sweat? I wish my dad was there to show me and tell me these things. You know, unlike you have it right there in your own home, or you have it down the street at your uncle's or your grandparents' house. You have it right there. And, you know, when I put it in that perspective, they go, you know what, you're right. You know, they're like, man, I didn't ever look at it that way. You know, all I worry about is what I don't have. And I've never thought about what I got at home and what other natives might be wishing they had, right. You know, and that's the thing, man. It's like, we have to stop this colonized mind of, oh, I'm more Indian than you, right. Or, you know, I'm a better Indian because I know more of my culture than you do.
Yeah, I think that's part of the whole thing too. Like, is the decolonized mind. Like, you could be from, you know, native traditional territory or from the middle of a city, as long as you don't think with that Western European mindset.
Right, man, and that's the thing is that they've created a world where they have conquered and divided us into, you know, this is why they give us all different treaty deals,
right?
So that we can argue amongst ourselves on who got the bigger piece of chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can argue amongst ourselves and hate on each other because, you know, this guy's pushing an Escalade and I'm pushing a Pinto.
Right.
And this tribe gets, you know, a casino and we don't get shit.
Yeah.
And this, you know, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And all it is just to put a wall between, you know, native people, period. You know, and until we all realize that, and we all realize that we're all one situation, you know, even though we're all separated in the tribes and we all can have our own pride for our own traditions and our own, but we're all one, right. You know, nation essentially, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we have to start acting like that. We can't, when it's time to rise up and fight for the right things, man, we can't go, oh, well, that's, my tribe is not going to agree with that. So I better step away from this. You know, you can't do that anymore. Yeah. You know, I just feel like we have too many, we're trying to please too many people, and we're starting to be like these politicians, man, and we're making decisions based on political gains and political agendas, you know. Even the principal chiefs and all these other people, man, all these council members, you know, we're worried about all these other things when on our own lands, you know, we have predators. We have predators that claim to be leaders in our own communities that are preying on our young ones and our children and our women, and you know, we're not saying anything because we're taught to, you know, respect your elders and not say nothing to them, and you can't, you know, and you know, we gotta start within before we can start pointing fingers at everybody else, and we got to start fixing ourselves from within, from our mentality to our physical and health, our food, what we're eating,
right?
And you know, and of course, the alcoholism and all these other extra things are huge and big deals. But if we can get our people to start eating healthy, start getting right mental health, you know, mental illnesses and stuff like that, we start getting help with these things, you know, we're going to get back to the Creator. It's going to be there. You know, it's inevitable when you start living correctly that, you know, you're going to feel closer to the Creator. You're going to feel closer to the universe, and, you know, you're going to start understanding, you know what I mean? But until we start acting right and being correct, and, you know, we can't be pointing fingers at everybody else as well, you know. I mean, we need help, but, you know, we need to start helping ourselves as well. And I think that's like a taboo idea in Indian country. You know, they don't want to talk about it like it's our fault, you know, and we want to push blame, but we don't want to look within and say, okay, well, I need to stop drinking, or I need to stop doing drugs, and I need to start, you know, focusing on my family and maybe getting back to ceremony and maybe, you know, getting back to what really matters, you know, family and love and stuff. And that's just, you know, I do this every day. You know, I appreciate my family every day and everything that has came to me because of my wife and because of my family. You know, I'd probably be dead or in jail, prison, you know what I mean, or whatever, if it wasn't for my wife and my kids, you know, changing my life. You know, on top of the music, on top of the tattoos, like they're all contributing factors to saving my life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if everybody can just try to, you know, figure out what their purpose is, even though you don't know your purpose, you have one. You know what I mean? Everybody's got one. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes it's harder for others to see what it is. Yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for coming out and dropping some knowledge today.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, you're going to have to come on again, man, definitely.
Yeah, man. And, you know, if anybody wants to check out my stuff, you know what I mean, just tattoomusic.com. That's tattoos, tattoo music, MUZIK.com. And, you know, I'm on all the music sites. So
SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever, man.
Yeah, everything, man, everything. So, like, just Google Sten Joddi if all else fails, you know what I'm saying?
I'll put the links in the video description, too, when I'm done.
Dope. Cool. That's what's up.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, man.
Get back in the booth.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Yep. I'm gonna get in there and lay this down. Probably have something new out tonight. So.
Nice. All right, man.
All right, Joe.
It's going good.
Yep. Peace. Love.
Yeah, there was Sten Joddi. He's pretty cool, man. Right?
Yeah, I like where he's going with like how you say, like, everybody's got to be of the right mind.
Yeah,
like, that just goes to show.
He knows what's up, man.
Like how, you know, our people consider, like, you know, we all have to be of one mind. And I believe, like, you know, all people and all living things are essential to, you know, that greater being. Like, I think we're all hold a fraction of, you know, the creator in ourselves.
No doubt, man. I'm about to play a song. I'm just going to play We Out Here again. Close the show out.
All right.
So thanks for watching, everybody. This is Sten Joddi, We Out Here, featuring Mr. Ammo. Check it out wherever you get your music.
We out here, we out here. 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 We out here.
Killing these rappers that ain't with the team. TMG, that's the regime. We living this shit that you think is a dream. Doing this shit that you never believed. We make a move, no trip stove. Tie your shoes, no slip toe. Blowing that medicinal lead. These haters looking so fickle. Yeah, hustle, we flipping, we chopping these records like coke. Shit is so lit, it's like propane. Stay golden, now pony boy, Johnny with Dally and shooter. Smoking that East 1999, both thugs in harmony, killer straight boomer. Now gangsters don't need their respect, yeah. Lawyers don't need in their checks, yeah. Stunting these boys, they will flex, yeah. Got a thought for thought, give a sex, yeah. The plan is strategic, this shit is not random. I kidnap the game and I hold it for ransom. Floating like drones, I fill up with calls. All of your speakers and all of your phones. Saving that money like Geico. 6 rings like Michael. Billie Jean like Michael. Heavyweight like Tyson, boy. We come from the west. We come from the east. Come from the block. We come from the street. We come from the north. We come from the south. We come from the bottom. Now look the fuck out. Yeah, here we out here. We out here. We grittin', we grindin', we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We out here. We out here. We out here.
yacht. To the yacht. You see how I came. From the block. From the block. My game is on. My game is on. And non-stop. And non-stop. Niggas don't know what I got. Niggas don't know what I got. Niggas don't know what I got. Don't know what I got. See that my name, going choppers. Bloody Blood told you I got it. We out here. I've been doing this. It's a shouty. Watch them, keep your eyes on them. Straight from the bottom, still eating bologna. To all my OGs, drinking 40s. To all my OGs in their 40s. Shout out to that bitch with a big booty. I'm moving around like what's poppin'. Getting to the money is the only option. We out here, the only topic. I shit on my problems, not looking back on it. Now looking back on it, gotta look at the moments. How I cook it, I am glowing. How I fuck my bitch, be freaky ass moments. I am a king, yeah, I am free balling.
We out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We grittin', we grindin', we out here. We grittin', we grindin', we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We do what we do when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We live how we live when we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here. We out here, we out here, we out here.
We out here, we out here.